let's see. Glasses, no glasses. Okay, guys, good morning. We're all on lockdown, I see, and but hopefully you're finding ways to get out safely, get some fresh air, and some exercise. Today I'm going to try to do something constructive, and I'll put together something called Quiz for Wiz. Quiz for Wiz, and I've put together a few questions, more than a few questions, in various categories like music, movie, Bible, sports, games, and we'll just do those questions, kill some time, and sort of tease our brain a little bit. And we could warm up with some questions on coronavirus. Okay, for warming up with coronavirus questions, here's the first question. In which town was the coronavirus first discovered or noticed? In which town was the coronavirus first noticed? What does PPE mean? What does PPE mean? Which country has the highest number of coronavirus cases? Which country has the highest number of coronavirus cases? Okay, now actually, I will not be giving you answers in this particular video shoot. You can go to my Facebook page and ask for answers or give me answers or comments, controversy that may occur from these questions. But I will not be giving answers on this particular segment. Let's try a little bit of music. And the question I'm going to have for you is to let me know from which movie these theme song came. Now, I can't give you much because if I give you too much of a song, then I get into trouble with YouTube, copyright violation, and they will take the video down. As a matter of fact, the video is taken down after it goes up on my screens, then you know why it came down. I played people's songs that wasn't my own. Copyright issues. Okay, but I'll play a little snippet. Okay, from which movie was this song taken? Listen carefully. That's all I can give you. What was the movie for that? What was the movie from which that song came? Next movie, play, or show. Name the show, the play, or the movie. Okay. Hopefully I didn't play too much and get me in trouble with YouTube. Okay, just name the play, the movie from which those songs were taken. We'll get back to some music later on. Next category, movie. The first question, if you don't have the answer to that, you can ask your kids or grandkids. Name the Disney movie with the character Elsa, or which movie is Elsa in? Next movie. In the movie A Star is Born, what is the name of the female co-star? In the movie A Star is Born, what is the name of the female co-star? The Cosby Show with the character Dr. Huxtable. Who starred as Dr. Huxtable in the TV show The Cosby Show? Last question under Last question under movie. What Canadian TV actor starred in the series Star Trek? Who was the Canadian actor who starred in the series Star Trek? Next category is Bible. Next category, Bible. Here we go. I pray. Yes, sir. Category Bible. There are a few questions here. Let's go quickly. Which tree in the Garden of Eden was Adam not supposed to pick the fruit? From which tree in the Garden of Eden was Adam not supposed to pick the fruit? It doesn't always come naturally, that answer, to most people, so I'll give you some tips. The tree of life or the tree of knowledge of good and evil? Next question. According to the Bible, which foods were spiritually unclean for the Israelites or Jews to eat? According to the Bible, which foods were spiritually or ritually unclean for Jews to eat? I'll give you some examples, the ones. Beef, kingfish, chicken, bacon, cowfoot. Beef, kingfish, chicken, bacon, cowfoot. If you have Jewish connection or Adventist connection, you should be able to get that answer correct. How many books are there in the Bible? How are there in the New Testament? How many books are there in the New Testament? Next question is a quote from Jesus. I have other sheep, but they do not belong to this fold. I don't speak Aramaic, but I'll try to make the interpretation. I have other sheep, but they do not belong to this fold. What does the word fold mean? What does the word fold mean? What town was Jesus born in? What town was Jesus born in? There are two possible answers. I'll accept either one. If you learn about that from your Christmas carols, you have one town. If you do a little bit of research, you'll have another version, and so on. But I'll accept either as a correct answer. The last question under Bible is, which of these names is not a disciple of Jesus? Which of these names is not a disciple of Jesus? Judas, James, John, and Jacob. Now, this could be a trick question because I believe that Jacob is the same as James. James is probably Greek for Jacob. So we're saying James twice in the same question. But if we stick with the King James Version, which of these disciple names is not a disciple of Jesus? Judas, James, John, and Jacob. Sports. One question in sports. Which is the only track athlete to have won the 100, 200, 400 meter race? No, not him. Which is the only track athlete to have won the 100, 200, and 400 meter race? No, here's where him comes in. Who holds the title as the fastest man in the world? So it's narrowed down to a gender, a man, not a woman, right? So you're halfway there. Games. One question on games. And you all will have the answer to this one. But don't go putting your hands up too fast. But I know you get it all correct. How many cards or little blocks are there in a domino set? How many little block thingies, we call them dominoes. How many dominoes are in a domino set? 4 players, how many dominoes are in the set? Next category, history and politics. What does the Latin word circa means? What does the Latin word circa mean? Who is Pierre Elliott Trudeau? Who is Pierre Elliott Trudeau? What is the name of the inventor of Microsoft? What's the name of the inventor of Microsoft? I'm gonna put my timer right here. So now we're timing you. Not timing me. Okay, and one last question on their history and politics. And this one you won't have an answer to unless you're deep. What is the nationality of the crew who came to the New World, America, with Columbus? Columbus came to what they call the New World, America, on 3 ships, Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria. What was the nationality of the crew who came on that ship? Not Portuguese, not Spanish. Okay. One question in the category of geography. Or 2 questions. What is the capital city of Florida? No, you don't go shopping there. It's a different place. What is the capital city of Florida? What is the distance in miles from Miami to Jamaica? What's the distance in miles from Miami to Jamaica? And you can make a conversion in kilometers. It's 2.2 kilos to a mile. But I accept either answer. Are you bored as yet? I'm going. You can always stop whenever you feel like, but I'll keep on going. I have all day, I think. Nothing's burning on the stove. Okay, science. Which of these letters do not represent a blood type? Which of these letters do not represent a blood type? A, B, C, AB, O, OK. Which of those letters do not represent a blood type? Bonus question, if you are so attuned. Of those blood types, which ones are the universal donor and which is the universal recipient? Staying with sciences, which of these is not a carbohydrate? Which of these items is not a carbohydrate? Cake, curry goat, water, Coke, chips. Which of these is not a carbohydrate? Cake, curry goat, water, Coke, chips. How many planets are there in the solar system? How many planets are there in the solar system? And I'm talking about, you can give me a number pre 2006, or after, or current. There's two numbers. One planet was not deemed a planet anymore after a certain year. So give me two numbers. If you give me the higher number, it's more current. The lower number, then it's prior to a certain year. How many planets are there in the solar system? How many pairs of wings do a bee have? Does a bee? How many pairs of wings does a bee have? And if you want to go further, how many pairs of legs? We're still staying with science. Yeah, still staying with science. What is a group of lions called? You know how you have a flock of birds? Okay. So what do you call a bunch of lions hanging out? Why do things fall to the ground? Why do you fall down? Why does mangoes fall to the ground? Why does a fruit fall from a tree to the ground as opposed to falling up? It falls down. Okay, and the last question on the science. These precious stones are green. These precious stones are green. What are they called? What are they called? And there's two questions that we could look at. I never asked you the question about music before. Let's go. Did I ask you already about instruments? No. Let me just go back to music and ask you a question about music. The question is, I've been asking before, what instrument do you hear in these tracks? What instruments do you hear in these tracks? Here's the first track coming up. That's all, or I can be sued from YouTube. And the next one, or a couple of them actually. What instruments do you hear on these tracks? I just hope that YouTube isn't upset with me when I play that long a track. Okay. What instrument is that? Next one. What instrument is a principal in this song? That's enough for a hint. Okay, what instruments did you hear principally in those songs? Two bonus questions, and we can stop here. What is something you hit with a hammer? No, it's not your fingers. What is something you hit with a hammer? And the last question is, whose nose grew longer every time he lied? Whose nose grew longer every time he lied? Not him. His nose doesn't go longer. He has no heart. He has no feelings, so his nose won't go longer. Whose nose grew longer every time he lied? Okay, I will not be giving you answers to the questions on this particular segment. Some questions are controversial questions that you find it strange. You can go to my Facebook page and raise questions on those answers. And you can also just for comments, just for discussion and stuff, because some questions are really of interest to all of us in different ways. So go on my Facebook page and you can challenge me on those questions or my suggestive answers in those questions, and we can chat from there. Okay, let's go home. We're going home. Where I'd like to be, friends will wait for me. I have made a list, all the things I've missed. Take me back to the land of the perfect sand and sea. See you then, guys, on my Facebook page.